What inspires me most to volunteer is the opportunity to give back.
It's my chance to give back to the community.
A sense of gratitude.
To help people.
Seeing the smile on their face.
I love people. I'm a people person.
There's nothing that I can think of that's more fulfilling than helping somebody else.
I came to Jacksonville in 1971, moved into the old Riverside neighborhood, and the neighborhood was falling apart, and we decided to start Riverside Avondale Preservation, which is now one of the largest neighborhood associations in the southeastern United States. An outcome of that was the Riverside Arts Market. Riverside has such a wonderful cultural scene that it was a natural place to build the Riverside Arts Market. We need to give a message to everyone that arts are important to enrich our lives, to make our city beautiful, to preserve the natural environment and the urban environment of our neighborhoods, and want people to understand this community, the depth of heritage that we have, so that it will be preserved and it will be appreciated.
I came to the Guardian Catholic Schools, Holy Rosary and St. Pius here on the north side, because quite honestly, I was told that there were two little schools that were looking for some little bit of help, mainly in the office. What I found is two great schools that needed a good deal of help in terms of fundraising and other, what I'll just call basically management administration. I think of all of the skills that I developed in a 35-plus year business career, and to think that you would put those on the shelf and not use those to help other people, to me, is just a pure waste.
Guardian Ad Litem is an organization that works with children abused and neglected, helping these children through rough times, being there for them, providing a loving shoulder and support for the children and for the families, and I'm making life-changing decisions, and it's wonderful. It's really rewarding.
I established a volunteer group in 2001 to try to get a dog park here in Jacksonville Beach. By 2005, we were able to get the dog park open. The Animal Advisory Committee is a committee that a group of us formed in 2007 because in 2006, over 19,000 animals were euthanized at the Jacksonville Animal Care and Control Facility. And we felt that it was important that we get involved to try to improve the environment at the shelter and also try to save more lives. In 2010, it's gone down from 19,300 to 9,300.
Camp Sunshine is a camp for children who are infected and affected with HIV. At the camp, they're able to, they bike ride, we do wall and rope climbing. There are games, there's something called Teen Jeopardy, there's a dance contest. So there's an opportunity for the children to engage in a variety of activities. For the children, I think it means an opportunity for them to be around people who understand their circumstance, who know their circumstance, and accept them and love them for who they are.
They were called lost boys because they were lost from their parents. The Civil War was devastating to their villages and to their lives. These boys never had a childhood beyond 5. All of a sudden they had to run for their lives. And they spent the next 10 years in refugee camps where there was very little food, very little safety, mostly just death. When the boys started coming to America in 2001, they were given a pillowcase, a couple of sheets, and a place where they could stay in the first month's rent paid. After that, they kind of had to make their own way. Here's boys that never used electricity, never had running water. You know, we're a completely foreign culture. They learn so quickly. They go to college. They're just willing to learn.
WJCT's radio reading service is a program sponsored by WJCT Public Broadcasting. The service provides the printed word to people that are visually or physically impaired and cannot continue to read the newspaper or read magazines or read books. And so what we have is a group of 40 very wonderful volunteers that come in every day of the week, Monday through Sunday, and read the Florida Times-Union, the Florida Star, We also have another volunteer that comes in and does a sports show. So there's a lot of diversity in the product that we provide.
We volunteer so that we can empower girls and women.
One of our projects during 2010 was a baby shower for Gateway Community Services.
We had hundreds and hundreds of supplies. I mean, there were 30 women with 30 babies, so we had new clothing for all 30 babies. We had shampoo, baby supplies, diapers, all that. Everybody was crying. It was really beautiful, really moving, very uplifting event.
So we have seen a continued effort with our volunteers on all of our projects. They go for 2 hours or an hour like we ask, and the next thing you know, they're partnering up with these other organizations and doing it on their own.
One of our retired officers, I found out, had some medical issues. He had to retire at 20 years due to his medical issues. Then his son also had spina bifida and had medical issues throughout his whole life. I reached out to the other police officers in our community and just developed a fundraiser for him, and we were able to raise over $15,000. And when we gave that money to him, just a smile on their face and the gratitude, and he was so humble to get that money, and I knew it really helped their family. That was so rewarding.
Last year, we conducted something called Transformation Day at DuPont Middle School. On the day of the event, we had 115 volunteers come to make a difference at the school. We painted a huge dragon mural on the way into the library. It was really stunning. We redecorated the library, reupholstered chairs. We created a college zone so that students could relax and think a little bit about their careers and their long-term plans, and did some landscaping. It was a full day of work. The principal especially was almost moved to tears, I think, by the difference that we were able to make in the school that day.
To give of yourself to other people, to help them in whatever capacity it might be, is rewarding, and it's really what I think God intended us to do. Women elected to municipal government in Florida. I founded that in 1982 or 83 with another lady from the West Coast. And I did that because women were just beginning to become active in local politics. And they were getting the short end of the deal. When you put your head down and sleep at night, you need to say, God, I think I did as good a job as I could today. And if I don't have tomorrow, well, at least I did what I could today.
I chartered the Sandalwood High School Junior Civitan Club as a freshman in high school with about 40 members. Over the last 2 years, I have raised around $10,000 for the organization, but that also includes one of the major projects that I implemented last year, which was the Junior Civitan Race for Research, Run, Walk, or Roll for a Cure. All of the funds go directly to our research center to assist with the research of mental and physical disabilities. Volunteering is something everyone should do because it's a feeling of self-fulfillment.
I can't think of a greater way to give back than to volunteer.
Volunteering is one of the greatest gifts that God has given us.
This is my way of saying thank you, Jacksonville.